Hello, I'm Hickey from interest.co.nz and welcome to a special economic weather report brought to you in association with the RBNZ. Today we're going to have a look at the debate around monetary policy. Remember late last year, opposition leader Phil Goff came out and said it's time to debate our monetary policy framework, which at the moment is focused on inflation and controlling inflation with the official cash rate. This single focus has been criticised by many exporters as forcing the New Zealand dollar up when they least need it. The idea is the official cash rate is moved to focus on inflation, often it's rising, which pushes the currency up and hurts exporters. Now, Phil Goff is arguing that maybe we should look at other things, including perhaps an Anzac-style currency or Singaporean-style capital and currency controls. He says maybe there's room for some alternative monetary policy tools and maybe a focus on other things apart from inflation. Well, today, Alan Bollard, the Governor, came out and essentially defended the bank's performance through the global financial crisis and also the overall framework. Governor Bollard says that this single focus on inflation has stabilised inflation. Remember, it was wildly out of control in the 1970s and the 1980s. And this overall stability in inflation has helped keep the currency and the economy relatively stable in the last year or so when all hell was breaking loose globally. Governor Bollard has also attacked the idea of a move to an Anzac-style currency. He says that if we hadn't had that freedom to cut our interest rates fast and also to allow our currency to drop last year, that might have made it difficult for our economy to recover as well as it has. He points out that if we'd been in a union with Australia, we would have had essentially Australia's monetary policy. And the Australians have been putting up their rates in the last couple of months. Also, when you look at the New Zealand dollar versus the Australian dollar, that currency has fallen and helped our exporters trade with our largest trading partner, Australia. The Reserve Bank has also pointed out that the Reserve Bank has introduced some minor additional tools to manage monetary policy in the core funding ratio that's been set up. And the Reserve Bank has also put a dampener on the idea of capital controls used as a monetary policy tool. Essentially, the Reserve Bank Governor is saying monetary policies work pretty well when you look at it on the whole, and any moves to reform the framework are at least worse than what we have at the moment. Well, it's one for the debate. I actually agree with the Governor on the whole here. We have got a relatively stable economy, and even though it's hurting exporters at the moment, what we really need are changes to the fundamental performance of our tax system. The Governor came out today and said that we needed reforms to our property taxes. That would help rebalance the economy, and if Phil Goff is going to do anything, he should be helping to come up with a bipartisan approach on this issue of property taxation. I'm Hickey. That was a special economic weather report brought to you in association with the RBNZ.